Hey all, welcome back. This is DevDadPlays. Today, we are playing a game that is totally, absolutely, unequivocally not Stargate. It's Nightingale. And on to the game. This is going to be a very basic tips and tricks style video. The tutorial in this game is not great so far, but it's early access, so really not a big deal. But this is to fill in some of the holes that the starting tutorial tends to leave out. The game often refers to a general interact button. This general interact button is actually the E button, as it is in many of these games, and it works like so. However, unlike most games, the general interact button can also be used in a slightly different way. This fellow over here, Otto, is cutting down things for me. By holding down the E button, or general interact button, I can collect all of the items that he has knocked down for me, like so. One of the other useful quick keys in this game is the B button. That will take you directly to the building menu. Once you are on the building menu, you simply click on something and click place, which allows you to place a basic blueprint of the item. An extremely useful little tool that exists in this game and very few others that I've seen is the X button. By clicking X, you get this small screen down here at the bottom. That small screen gives you a couple of special options. You get the Q button, which copies anything you are presently aimed at. You get the R button, which will allow you to move whatever you're aimed at, and the V button, which removes anything that you are aimed at. Yeah, I'm neither moving nor removing bits of wall because I went through the trouble of building this place and I don't feel like tearing it down just now. Some of the other useful buttons in the game are C, which brings up your crafting guide, which the way you use this is you click the C button, then you click on the individual locations in here, and then add the materials to whatever you need to build. In this case, it also requires a simple sewing bench, though many things do not. M, of course, brings up the map. One of the more useful tools on the map is you can right-click on any location in the world and place a marker, which will then act as a waypoint. As you can see, I've already set a waypoint for 2 locations here. Both of those locations are useful, and I will go over them later. J will bring up your journal. Your journal contains your current quests, which are obvious. In this game, you use both your hands. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The objects in your main hand are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The objects in your offhand are the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can put away any item in your offhand by clicking the H key. You can then bring up an object in your main hand by clicking the requisite number. Anytime that you are hovering over something with an appropriate item to chop it down, it will show up with a small green marker that will tell you that you can indeed chop this resource point down. Once said resource point is chopped down, you can then collect it by pressing and holding the E button, which collects everything within an area, like so. You also notice that certain items have a high number attached to them when you're cursored over them, and a red symbol that indicates that you cannot extract these resources until such time as you have a higher level extraction tool. This green logo indicates that I can extract from this, like so. And then you can collect it by pressing and holding E. If you're familiar with the survival genre, and in particular the game Valheim, then you will be familiar with the food system in this game. As you can see, I am already processing a plant-based food, which increases my stamina. And now I will eat a meat-based food by pressing the F key, which will increase my health level. This also increases the green bar, which is my hunger meter. Meat increases health, veggies increase stamina. Both of them increase your hunger bar. These three factors make food in this game something that you will always need more of, and you will consume it very quickly. However, it's important to remember, never consume them raw. The bonus is far larger if they are prepared. This game is truly beautiful and expansive. You can see how large this world really is just from this one location. But in order to do that, the people who made this game had to make it online only so that they could use their own servers rather than using the processing power of your computer. This creates some issues, especially with live streaming and playing with other people. But if you can get past those, it is worth it. Same as this game has a number of buffs from different status effects, this game also has a number of debuffs that you can get. For example, if you look in the lower left-hand corner above my health bar, you'll see a red circle with a foot in it. That indicates I have broken my ankle from jumping off of a cliff. Right along with that is the wet debuff. The wet debuff occurs anytime your character gets wet, unsurprisingly. And it will lower your stamina regen until you dry off. Like most survival games, this game has an upper weight limit. Unlike most survival games, this game has a very unique way to take care of said upper weight limit. You press tab to get into your inventory, go to any item in your inventory, right click it, and click extract. Extract will allow you to convert heavy resources into dust. This dust is currency that can be used for many things in the game, including the most important thing, which is repairing your equipment. This makes it so, unlike in any other survival game I have ever played, it is actually worthwhile to collect absolutely everything that you come across, whether you need it or not. Because regardless of whether you need an individual item or not, you will definitely need the dust that you can extract from it. This game has a number of different and varied weather effects that you don't normally expect in this type of game. Like currently, there is a hailstorm going on outside, which can do significant amounts of damage to your character. So build a shelter as soon as you possibly can for conditions like this. One of the other unusual things you get in this game is the ability to place objects connected to one another and yet build them all at the same time. Observe. If you want to expand your building location, such as with this, you can place a plan down for it, and then once that plan is placed, you can then escape out of the build selection and then auto hold and auto add resources. It will extract those resources and build both of these platforms from your inventory. This continues throughout an entire construction process. So every item you have linked to the item you are clicked on can be built simply by auto-adding to a single portion of it. In this game, you will frequently find predators. In the case of wolves, if you find wolves, they will be in packs. Usually these packs are packs of 3. These are very useful in your game because predator meat is some of the best meat. You will need a skinning knife or hunting knife as well as a weapon to attack and kill the wolves. Simple rocks abound in this game. However, one of the best places to find them is beside rivers. This makes a lot of sense for anyone who's ever spent any time by a river. There are always smooth stones. I must reiterate, collect absolutely everything that you come across as you are running. Just grab it as you go. These can be turned into essences, which are very useful at many points in the game. This is Homer. Homer is an essence trader. You simply click on the essence trader and you can trade essence for any number of crafting recipes, including realm cards, such as the estate address card. This card is what allows you to go to a specific player's abeyance realm, which is where their estate is. So, if you ever want to visit your friends in this game, you need this card. But all of the cards are useful. Bonus tip. Also at these locations, you will find folks like Otto here. He is a fellow survivor and will function as a follower for you. But look out, as he is a bit of an idiot. And he will drop trees on your head, which hurts. Fortunately, if he manages to kill you by dropping a tree on your head, he will also revive you. So, I guess it all balances out in the end. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you like, subscribe, and join us here. We will be coming out with many more tips and tricks videos for this game, as well as many others. Thanks for watching. DevDad, out.